the Echo Tips Podcast. In this episode, we're going to be dealing with, in Season 3, the coronavirus or COVID-19 skills or things that you can do with your Amazon Echo that might help you, especially if you're spending a lot of time at home right now and trying to keep your family safe. So we'll be dealing with a number of those things, but before we get into this episode, we're going to go to a brief message about our podcast. This episode is brought to you by the New Vision program at Goodwill. We're also grateful for the kind use of WVTF Studios. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments living in Southwest Virginia. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving the New River, Roanoke, and Shenandoah Valleys of Virginia. Goodwill's mission services help individuals with disabilities and disadvantages to get back to work and gain greater independence. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Well, hello again, and welcome back. For those of you who have been listening for some time, it's good to have you with us. And if you're listening for the very first time, this is Season 3, and my name is David Ward. I'm an assistive technology instructor with the New Vision program at Goodwill. And we try to keep our episodes just real short, maybe 5-10 minutes, but they teach you lots of neat things or new things on your Amazon Echo. And this is a very appropriate episode dealing with what many families and around the world are dealing with. And we hope that you and your family are safe. And that is the coronavirus. So when at home, there's a lot of challenges presented. Maybe working from home and trying to keep up with your schedule, trying to take care of your family, trying to be safe. And so here's some nice skills or things you can ask your Echo that might be really kind of helpful. And we'll probably even tackle some past topics in Season 1 and 2 about conferencing calls, video calls, Skype, Zoom, lots of other things, calendars and appointments. Especially if you're working from home, a lot of those things might be helpful too. But these are just a few one-offs that I recently discovered and thought we'd share with the audience. So first off, though, if you have an Echo in the room, you might want to shut her ears off so that when I'm doing the demonstration, she won't be responding. Now, if it's on the Echo that you're listening to this program on, I don't think you probably need to shut her ears off. It'll be just fine. But nonetheless, if you want to play it safe, you can shut that one off as well. On the Echo on the top, there'll be a little button with a silhouetted microphone with a slash through it. And I think on the new dots, there's even an engraved letter M for mute. And if you press that, that'll shut her ears off. You'll see a red ring around the top, and you'll be ready to go. So we'll just give you a moment to do that. Okay, so hopefully everybody's had an opportunity to do that. So let's give just a quick try to a few of these. One of these is dealing with donating to the COVID-19 response fund. One of these is just dealing with updates. So let's just give a few of these a try. Alexa, make a donation to the COVID-19 response fund.
How much do you want to donate?
Alexa, cancel.
Canceling.
All right, so that just gives you an idea how you could do that, and I would assume you need to have the payment mechanism set up on your Amazon Echo. And I would imagine if you have like a PIN code lockout like I do, you'll probably need to say your PIN code as well. All right, so that's just kind of neat. I don't know anything about that fund or the like, but you might want to research that if you want to make sure you give to charities or funds that really help people in the way that you're desiring to do so. And you might have other options too. I know in the past I've had a lot of different things you could donate towards, and you could give it a command like that. But this one's very applicable for this time. Now, what about if you're just about ready to lose your mind, or you're trying to stay entertained, or maybe keep the kids entertained? Here's one that's really great, Audible. That's an audiobook service owned by Amazon, and they usually give away free books every day, and every month. And you can usually just ask, Alexa, what's free from Audible?
Celebrate James Taylor self-narrated memoir, Break Shot, My First 21 Years. Tune into the folk legend, free from Audible. To enjoy Audible free for a month, ask me to start an Audible trial.
This is Audible.
Alexa, stop. So there's a great way to get a free book, and you can check that every month. And sometimes there's usually more than one too. And you used to have to come back and say, "Hey, lady, play yada 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 book from Audible," and she would get it for free. Sounds like they're doing an autoplay now, just going right into the book. So that's kind of nice. All right, here's another one. Alexa, give me an update on COVID-19.
As of April 16, 2020, according to Reuters, Britain has approved a ventilator from medical device company Penland, which will be built as part of a consortium including Airbus and Rolls-Royce in a bid to combat the coronavirus pandemic. For more news about COVID-19 and other breaking stories, just say something like "play news from CNN" or "play news from Fox."
Okay, so good suggestions there, but of course that's a nice way. Give me an update on COVID-19, so you can just ask that. And here's one. This is great for the kids. Well, it's probably great for everybody. And this one is about washing your hands. And you often have to wash your hands longer than you think of with soap and water. But this is a nice little feature that lets you, gives you a little kind of song to go along with it. And all you have to say is, "Alexa, sing a song for 20 seconds.
Okay, here we go. Wash your hands. Everybody, everybody, wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
So here's a song, sing along. Tell germs nope, grab the soap. Make soap bubbles, on the double. Halfway there, give a mean stare to all the germs.
Alexa,
make them
stop. So anyway, you get the idea. That kind of helps you, time out things. It's almost like the brushing your teeth kind of songs and stuff like that. All right, so anyway, that kind of brings our episode to a brief close. But in our next episode, we'll be dealing with some advanced calendaring options. Since many will be working from home, it's more important than ever to maybe try and keep your schedule, keep things structured. And so we'll be talking about some advanced ways you can use your calendar in, especially with your employment and things like that, or just keeping track of family things, or maybe the kids are doing online school. So there's different things you can do connecting with calendars. So we'll talk about that and revisit some of those topics as well in our next episode. So we've reached that point in our program where it's time to turn your microphone back on and start practicing some of the many things that you've learned. I'm David Ward for the New Vision program, and we thank you for listening.
Thanks, Dave. In conclusion, let me tell you a thing or two. This episode is brought to you by New Vision at Goodwill Industries of the Valleys, and it is also made possible in part by a grant from Community Foundation serving Western Virginia. And there's more. We're also grateful for the kind use of WVTF Studios. New Vision is a program of Goodwill that provides information services and assistive technology training to individuals with visual impairments living in Southwest Virginia. For more information, check out our website at goodwillvalleys.com/newvision, with no spaces. Goodwill Industries of the Valleys is a nonprofit organization serving the New River, Roanoke, and Shenandoah Valleys of Virginia. Goodwill's mission programs help individuals with disabilities and disadvantages to get back to work and gain greater independence. These shows are provided for educational purposes. This podcast may not be retransmitted, sold, or reproduced without written permission from New Vision. Thanks for listening.